You're listening to podcasternews.com.
Welcome to the LA Story Podcast with Stevie Wilson.
Hi, this is Stevie for the LA Story. This is my house, and this is Jill Kirsh. Now, if you were on my blog last week, you will have seen the piece that I wrote about Adam Shorn from the LA Times having been color swatched by Jill. And Jill suddenly got amazingly busy, but she found time to come to my house. And she's going to color swatch me, so we're going to have her explain what she's going to do as you see all these array of colors, this rainbow. So Jill, tell me, what are we going to do?
Okay, so we're going to find out what shades of color. We're going to bring out your hair color, your eyes, your skin, and pull the focus right up to your face. Your eyes are incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Really, really pretty color. Okay, so let me just take you through this.
Okay.
You're going to see all this in front of the mirror in a few minutes, but this kind of gives you an overview.
Okay.
So the concept is divided into 4 groups, and it's really simple. You have cool colors and then different intensities, and warm colors and different intensities.
Right.
Cool colors mean the colors have more blue tones running through them.
Right.
Warm colors, more yellow tones.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I base so much of this around your hair because your hair frames your face. So we can
Right.
talk about better hair color, the hair color you have, whatever works. But you're going to see all this in a second.
Right.
So, but just to show you this, if someone is warm, okay, meaning their hair color is warm, their skin, their eyes, and they're wearing these kinds of colors, you see how this all works together?
Right.
Okay. If you're cooler, which means there's more blue undertone, and you're wearing these kind of colors, that'll
Absolutely.
Got it? But when you reverse them, it doesn't work. Not so good. So, if you have warm, say very warm hair coloring, like you have really, right now, really warm tones in your hair, but you're doing clothing and makeup in these kind of palettes, or vice versa, everything is going to be like out of sync. It doesn't work together, so they make you look tired and older, and like the, very expensive hair color someone has done looks really cheap and brassy if they're not working it, if they're not pulling it all together, the way this is out of sync.
Okay.
Here, immediately, it starts
works.
flowing. Good. Now, the same thing is true with metal. Yellow gold is a very warm or very yellow metal, and it's great here because it pulls the warmth that's inherent in these tones.
Okay.
Platinum, white, gold, and silver, great up in here because it's a really sharp, clear contrast.
Sure.
So this is jewelry, eyeglasses, anything that viewpoint. It's not like, well, you shouldn't be, or it's just showing them how to make it work. You're going to see the difference, in your hair color when you're wearing the right shades of color versus not.
Okay.
And what it does. Okay. All right. So now, this doesn't necessarily have to do with what you like.
Yeah.
Okay. It's more about what's going to work.
Okay.
So look at the difference between that versus that. Now, all I want to see happen so far is the focus, or the arrows going from the color up to your face. So if you see it in terms of arrows pointing in a direction, you want the arrows pointing up.
Okay.
Okay, so just with that viewpoint, look at the difference between that versus, whoops.
Dog.
You see?
Yeah.
Your skin tone's much more even in this color. Here you get a lot redder through here. It doesn't work with this hair color.
Okay.
And then when I said you have gorgeous eyes, here it's all fragmented.
Okay.
Exactly. Here, bam, there you are with no makeup on yet.
Okay.
And see, all the right makeup does is kind of kick it out.
Okay.
Like extend it. Okay. All right, but let's try some color.
Now the interesting,
yeah, you gotta,
I up the lips. I make the eyes more dramatic.
and you don't have, and you can still do that, but this, even with more makeup, is not going to create the effect that this does.
Right.
With makeup or without makeup. This is just a great color on you versus that one. And this one, no, it's way too bright. And you know what's so interesting is you're very angular anyway, which is great. This makes you look fuller here.
Yeah, it
There's
does.
a difference between that. This is a good shot. Between that, now look at this. Do
You're
you see
right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
You see, you're so angular, but it makes people look thinner,
We like that.
more sculpted.
Who doesn't like that?
Right? Now watch, between that,
Wow.
you see that?
Yeah.
Now you put this on the right person, totally opposite effect.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's hold on to this one. Okay, let's go behind you.
Right.
And I don't want my colors reflecting
Okay,
into the mirror.
exactly.
I kind of don't want to be there and put
Well,
all the focus on
it makes you invisible.
Exactly, exactly. But when I go play, I know exactly where to go, you know, and that's what everyone can do, the color palette. Because the thing is, you can wear most every color. It just depends on the right hue.
And the
it's going to bring you out. Exactly, exactly. So now see, this is going to be interesting. That's a very blue red.
Yes.
Okay? Now watch the difference, just in your whole face between that. Oh, like younger, more alive, and that's just a years thing. It's an alive quality. First of all, this immediately ties in with the hair.
Right, it does.
So basically, if you get the idea of having a frame, framing your face, and that's what your hair does, right? Now look at the difference between that. Now watch.
Yeah, that one looks kind of dark and gray.
And older and tired. Yeah, it totally grays you. Here, that. You know?
Interesting.
Here, not so much. Okay? This one is a true red. Okay, that was the big difference. But look at, see, and again, we're talking about shades, and that's why the swatchers are so great to have. Because I find myself, and in general, color memory, it's like, oh yeah, I have that red. And then you bring it home, you know, from the store, and it's not that.
The same reason why I buy the same shade of lipstick 5,000.
Right.
Because I keep going, oh, I like that one.
Yeah, look at the difference between that. No. See, it just glows. It really ties everything together. And this is also an orangey red, but it's not as bright. It's not as saturated with the yellow. Now look at the difference. Do you see? And it's really close, but that's the whole game of this. It's the closeness, but it's shades. You know what I mean? And this one is ideal. And that's all we care about. It's ideal.
Yeah, really.
Versus that, if we're going to go for best.
Okay.
Okay?
Hi. So part of what Jill's talking about is based on the colors that she's showing me, which ones make me look better and my skin tone more even and my eyes pop and my hair look better. Guess what's going to be in my closet? Based on the fact that I used to have darker hair and wore my hair differently. So, because when it was curly, it looked much darker. And you know what that means? Shopping! Yeah! Yay, that's it. So, just hang tight, people. We'll be back soon.
Thanks for joining Stevie Wilson on LA Story. Feel free to check out other podcasts and videos. Bookmark it now. www.la-story.com.